the first important part is a very important safety measure. Make sure the tractor has that time to cool down after last running it. The hot oil can be very dangerous and you can get very severe burns as it'll splatter everywhere, as this is a messy job and it's difficult to avoid getting any on yourself. So we'll start off by checking the oil. So this one is good, as you can see. Well, I'll wipe it off. So as you can see, it fills right in between. As it was recently changed, it is closer to the maximum line. The color looks good. As this, we are not actually changing. Stop. So first of all, make sure you give your tractor adequate time to cool down after you run it last, as the internal temperature of the engine gets extremely hot, and the oil in result gets very hot, which is very dangerous, as this job is in nature very messy, and it is quite hard to avoid getting oil all over yourself. So we'll start off by checking the level and the quality of the oil. As this tractor, as I said before, it is not in need of an oil change, but just as a reference, there's the maximum line and the minimum line, and as you can see, 2 liters. So that means that from this to this requires 2 liters of oil to reach this point. Stop. Now, to start with the actual oil change. We remove this as it allows for airflow and the removal of backward pressure. Then, we move around to the other side of the tractor where we put the oil. Now, this tractor recommends changing the oil about every 300 hours or so, dependent on the run time and the conditions where you used it. So, this is the filter. This would be the filter wrench. So as you see, you would put the filter around and crank. No, that's not what you go. Now to start with the actual changing of the oil. First, we remove the dipstick, as it allows for airflow and removal of the backwards pressure. Then we move around to the other side of the tractor. First of all, we remove the drain plug. You can see the drain plug is down there. First of all, we put the bucket under the drain plug, like so, ensuring that it is in proper locations so it does not spill and make a large mess. So you would remove the drain plug, put it in a clean spot free of contaminants, making sure not to get any dirt or sand particles in the threads, as that can harm the engine. Once that is drained to your satisfaction, we move on to the filter. So, you take off the filter with this wrench, as so, and then you drain the filter, and then put it in another location. So, then we just wait a while for it to all drain till we are satisfied that it is ready to put the new oil in.
Go.
Once you are satisfied that the oil has drained, you start by putting in your new filter. It is important to lubricate the O-ring on your filter before you put it in. This can be new oil preferably, but old oil will be alright too. So you put it on, and then important, do this hand tight. Hand tight and then a quarter of a turn with this. If you over tighten it, this can harm the seal of the O-ring, and then this loses efficiency and could cause leaks, which is obviously very counterproductive. Then we put the drain plug back in firm. Also important not to over tighten it, as harming the threads of the engine block is very, very big mistake. So now that we are satisfied with all the fit ups over there and everything seems to be tight and where it should be, we go on to filling the new oil. So we start by using a filter. As you can see, this is kind of in an awkward position with the loader bracket. So we have this longer funnel and this other funnel for this. So you would put it in here, and then your engine should tell you which your suggested oil fill is. This one is about around 10 liters. So we would fill it to around about somewhere in the 8 region, and then we would start putting the dipstick back in and checking it, as you can see with the 2 liter mark. And then we would just kind of confirm to get, we'd kind of shoot for the middle region of that. And then we would put the dipstick back in. And also remember to clean the dipstick whenever you do this, as all the oil moving around can jump over it and give you an inaccurate reading. So once we're satisfied with that, where this level is, we would put the dipstick back in, and then we would turn on the tractor and run it for about 10 minutes or so, just to get it warmed up and running where it should be. And then we would remove the dipstick, clean it, and then check it again to its satisfied amount. And then if it is in here, the oil change has been a success. Thanks for watching.